Hello everyone, Brett the Comic Novice here, and in today's video, I'm going to be looking at the top 10 most pulled comics for the week of November 5th, 2025. I'm going to share with you my list at the very end of the video. I'm going to give you the top 10 plus a couple that just didn't quite make it, as well as the barrage of number ones. So please stay tuned to the whole end. Please like, subscribe if you'd like to. Comment down below on my list about what you'd like, what you don't like. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. So the top 10 most pulled for November 5th, 2025, it should be, I mean, DC has it right now. The Absolute Universe is absolutely crushing it. Jason Aaron's and Ruff Sandoval's Absolute Superman. It's going to be interesting to see what they plan on doing with this, because it seems like Ruff Sandoval will be taking at least a couple issues off. And, you have Absolute Flash, which is constantly was Nick Robles until, it never was until it was again. So you have this absolute story. I will tell you, I need to jump back on. I almost decided to jump 100% off. I was not liking the first arc. I do have the comics up to the second arc, so I will have to just wait and see. Number 2 is Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez Batman number 3, not to be confused with the Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee Batman, which was going to be 162, which comes out next week. So this one, I've appreciated so far the first 2 issues of this Matt Fraction run. It is not, epic so far, but it is, I can't say it's better than Tom King because I've only read the tail end of Tom King's run. I do need to give that one a look at. Number 3 is, again, another Absolute Universe comic, Green Lantern. This is, I guess, a new story starts here, which is interesting because it's number 8. So the first trade is 7 issues long. I am struggling with this one too. We'll have to. And I made a snafu. It's not Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. It is, and there's not 33 variant covers. Holy cow, did I make a whole bunch of mistakes with this one? No, it is, I don't know who the artist is, but it is Al Ewing, and I believe there's only 4 variant covers for that one. Number 4 is Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men number 21 at a $4.99 cover price. Again, we haven't seen anything below that in the top 5. Well, teaser for later. Top 5. And then, of course, we do only have 3 more issues left of this Ultimate X-Men run. Number 5 is the Amazing Spider-Man number 15, where we have a new suit, new alien, new nemesis, ? Written by Joe Kelly and Emilio. I bet you he's never got that before, especially because of the, nobody's ever watched Night at the Roxbury. But the number 5 most pulled is Amazing Spider-Man number 15. I'm 3 issues in on this one. I'm fallen massively behind. I almost only want to get this for the Lee Bermo covers because they are just fantastic. Number 6 is DC KO's Night Fight. The first $3.99 on this list. We're still at least, and not that many people use this compared to comic collectors, but so far with this website, we are still at number 6. 10,000 people have agreed to pull this. I think that is so fascinating, especially because it is a Batman one. It is also a tie-in to a, event. And I've been event fatigued, as I've probably mentioned a couple times on videos, but I'm going to be interested to see how well this DCKO event does go. This is number 1 of 4, again, written by Joshua Williamson and art by Dan Mora, who just seems to do everything. We have Batgirl number 13, written by Tate Bromball. I have not even cracked this open. I was going to get a Stanley Art Germ cover for issue number 1 and never did. And oddly, there is only 1 variant cover for Batgirl, and has been for Batgirls probably for quite some time. Number 7, the most pulled for the week of November 5th, is Cody Ziegler's Miles Morales. Oh, there we are. Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 40. of the run. Actually started this run out a long time ago when it was issue number 1. It was very interesting. It tied into Carnage, then it tied into what was it? Gang Wars. It also tied into Dark Web, I think. No, there was just one shots for that. Tied into something else. And I feel as though that this run could have some negative connotations to it just because of all the tie-ins to multiple arcs, multiple storylines, and two-parter type events. Poison Ivy is the number 8 by G. Will Wilson and Marcio Taraka, I guess. This is the little book that could. It started off as a 6-issue minis, 12-issue maxi, and is been a ongoing ever since. We have the ninth most pulled is Jed McKay's Avengers. Again, a little book that could probably, I don't see this going on for that much longer. It'll probably be rebooted soon also. And number 10, the most pulled comic for the November 5th is Robert Kirkman's Void Rivals. Yeah, this one is one that I was all in for. And then, I've, 24? I still have the complete run, just haven't been reading it for the past 14 issues. So a little slippage on my part right there. The 5 on the outside of the weekly top 10, we do have Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, number 14. Number 12, the Dreadnought Wars from G.I. Joe, number 13. We have Birds of Prey with the penultimate issue, with one more to go before this cancels and possibly gets rebooted. Maybe, who's to say, except for DC. We do have the Rook Exodus. This is one of my favorite Ghost Machine books. It took forever to get back up. It is not G.I. Joe number 13. Man, I'm having some issues on this video. The eighth issue of this, they took almost a complete year off. And number 15, the first Age of Revelations book with this one, and also with October Amazing X-Men number 2. Now, for the barrage of number 1 issues. Are you ready? Well, we do have Stephanie Phillips's Planet She-Hulk number 1. I'm not sure if this is a mini maxi or ongoing. It was very yeah. We have Alien versus Captain America. So, Alien is going to probably get the super soldier serum or something like that. A one shot for Echo, which, was the Disney Plus flop of the 2024. We have Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, written and drawn by Erica Henderson. This is either a mini or maxi. I'm not 100% sure and almost really didn't care. We have a one shot. We have from Thundercats World. Yeah. Impact Winter, Evenfall. I really like the audible audio drama of Impact Winter. I've gotten through the first 2. I saw that they just barely have the third one. Looking forward to listening to that one. I don't think that this is actually, important reading, but it could be fun. Dan Waters is now, from what I heard, is back on Doctor Who. He is taking on Ncuti Gatwa and Belinda Chandra, who I'm really curious how they're going to tie this in. Also, first appearance of Slitheen in comic book form, according to the teasers. We have Tim Seeley's No Place from Ignition Press. And then we have a couple of, this and that from right there. That one is not a correct slide, so I'll just have to, bow out with that one. And for my personal pull list, Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Superman, Amazing Spider-Man with the Hey There Tiger, Lee Barrymore cover, Batman number 3, DC KO Night Fight 1, G.I. Joe 13, Rook Exodus number 8, and if you can see at the very bottom, Void Exodus. All right, that is what I have. What you're looking forward to this week, comment down below, like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you in the dollar section where Amazing Spider-Man and Age of Extinction comics will be found. Thanks for watching. Bye.